It's obvious that the fit and the duo of Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons isn't seamless. It doesn't flow as well as some other duos in the NBA because of their play styles. Joel Embiid is one of the best, if not the best, back-to-basket player in the NBA today, and he's seen by some as a traditional kind of old-school big. Even though he can shoot it, he needs 80% of his buckets to come down low, and he's had trouble with that this season. On the other hand, Ben Simmons is not an awkward player, but he's unorthodox because he's a 6'10 point guard who refuses to take a jump shot, who can guard 1 through 5, and it's just weird because he can play make like a point guard, but he doesn't shoot like a point guard, and he's obviously 7 inches taller than the average point guard. A lot of questions have been raised this season more than any other because Sixers are disappointing and they're underwhelming. The question being, who should the 76ers keep in the future to build around long term to go for their championship, Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid? The more they play on the court, the more it seems like they can't coexist as a duo long term in the NBA and bring Philly a championship. A lot of times to me their offense seems stagnant, or not even stagnant at times, just very random. Seems like there's no real certainty or clarity with the offense. Is Ben Simmons the point guard? Is he the big man for them? Is Embiid going to stretch the floor? Is he going to play in the post? Where do Tobias Harris, Al Horford, Josh Richardson fit on the team, or what are their roles? It's not very obvious with the Sixers because their fit is kind of awkward. Looks like a great defensive line, but on the offensive side of the ball, they definitely have trouble this season. January 25th, 2020, Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris lead the Sixers to win over the first-seeded Lakers in the West without Joel Embiid. This is a great game for Ben Simmons. He has 28 points. It's great to see he can lead the Sixers to a win over a championship team without the league's or the Sixers' best player. On Christmas Day, December 25th, 2019, Joel Embiid led the Sixers to a win over the first seed in the Eastern Conference versus the Milwaukee Bucks. He dominates this game 31-11. He's great defense on Giannis. He leads the Sixers to a dominant win in Philly over the Milwaukee Bucks. It's great to see both players can perform in big games, bring their team wins, but the problem is they can't necessarily coexist. There's never a game when they both have 25. You know they're both capable of getting 25, but they both need to operate in the paint. Simmons, of course, being great in transition, he's going to go for the paint if he's looking to score. Embiid, again, needs most 80% of his buckets, something like that, in the post, in the paint. He's a back-to-basket big, and he needs space down low. He needs shooters. Both of them need shooters, which is the problem with the Sixers. They don't have the shooters that Embiid and Simmons need. Sometimes Embiid can be in Simmons' way, Simmons can be in Embiid's way. It's just an awkward fit. We see both these players are great, which is why Simmons got the 5-year extension, but their play styles keep them from being super seamless like a LeBron, AD, or certain dudes in the NBA. I'm a Sixers fan, so I want this team to work out, but the more and more they play together, it seems like the further and further they get away from that clarity and that consistency that they need to win a championship in today's league.
Like you said, I'm down there. That's why I'm best at. And he also likes to be down there. And a lot of people always talk about, oh, you got to stop shooting threes and all that. Sometimes you got to make sacrifices for the team. You got to make it happen. And, that's what I have to do from time to time. I have to be at the three-point line just to make sure that he got some space. And if you don't feel comfortable,
don't do it.
I mean, we're going to figure it out. Like I said, I do whatever it takes to win. I know myself. I can dominate. I can score on anybody down there. I can be unstoppable. But, if I'm asked to go out there and shoot threes and space out, I got to do it if it helps us win. But at some point.
The Sixers obviously have spacing issues with Embiid taking too many jump shots at points, and Simmons, we all know he doesn't take jump shots at all. He refuses to really adapt and get better at shooting to help improve the Sixers spacing, or at least try to. To compensate for this, Joel Embiid a lot of time has games like he did against Toronto where he had 0 points, or the game against the Celtics when the Celtics didn't even have Kemba and he just takes too many jump shots. He shoots 1 for 11 against the Celtics, while Simmons has a good game. But in this interview, you hear Joel Embiid say if Simmons isn't comfortable shooting, he doesn't want him to. And if he needs to step out and shoot it because Simmons won't / can't, he will. This is obviously a problem because it takes Embiid away from where he's best at in the post, which is, I guess, one of the reasons why his numbers are down from last year. He's trying to space out more to help Simmons, which is a good idea, to try and help your teammate when he's not comfortable shooting. It's a good idea Embiid has, but he's not a good enough shooter to just fix the Sixers spacing single-handedly. They don't have the three-point specialists that they had in previous years, like Marco Bellinelli or Sean Ilyasova, and even last year with JJ Redick. It's great that Embiid's trying to step out and help Simmons feel more comfortable shooting threes by shooting threes himself, to space the floor for Simmons, give him room to work down low, but that takes Embiid out of his spots. Doesn't help Embiid find his own shot, and just keeps Embiid's numbers down, which is why he's averaging 23 this year compared to 27 last year. He's trying to help Simmons out by shooting threes and not really getting to his spots down low. Simmons just, I don't know what's the problem with him. He just refuses to take jump shots. Brett Brown asked him to take a 3 per game. Since Brett Brown asked that, Simmons hasn't taken any 3-point shots. Today's NBA, with guards like Kyrie, Curry, and Steph, you need to be able to shoot it as a point guard in today's NBA. Simmons won't even attempt a 3-point shot and won't even try to get better. Embiid takes too many jump shots, trying to compensate for Ben Simmons' lack of a jump shot whatsoever. This obviously only adds more problems to the 76ers offense because no one's role is really certain, and this makes it even more cloudy. In conclusion, the fit between Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons isn't as seamless and as fluid as I would want it to be as a Sixers fan. Of course, I wish the Sixers could keep both Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons for the long term and win championships with them both, but they don't seem like the duo with the most potential like we thought they would be. Ben Simmons refusing to take a jump shot as a point guard in today's league. Joel Embiid shooting too much, taking too many jump shots, not finding his spots in the post or in the paint where he's supposed to be, trying to compensate for the lack of a 3-point shot from Ben Simmons, and the overall spacing the Sixers being much worse than it was in previous seasons. I'm not sure if this duo could really win a championship together because of all the problems they have on the offense and with their spacing. Of course, that's my wish, but it doesn't seem like it will really get there. Seems like the duo that had so much potential just a year or a couple years ago might fade out sooner than everyone hoped, especially Sixers fans. I'm not sure they're going to build around for the future, but the more they play together, seems like the more they're getting close to having to make that choice. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Rashad with Who's Times 2. Subscribe if you love the NBA. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss a video. Follow my Instagram, it's in the link in the description. I post on there multiple times a day. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.